Paraguay permanent residency is your key to a life where your dollar stretches further, taxes barely touch your foreign income, and you're just a short hop from vibrant South American cities like Buenos Aires or Sao Paulo. That's the reality of permanent residency in Paraguay, a hidden gem in the heart of South America. Whether you're a retiree, digital nomad, or entrepreneur, Paraguay's residency program offers a low-cost, low-hassle path to a flexible lifestyle with serious financial perks. Today, I'm diving into the benefits of Paraguay permanent residency step by step with all the practical info you need to see why this is a no-brainer. This is a no-fuss guide, so let's get right to it. Paraguay is a landlocked nation bordered by Brazil, Argentina, and Bolivia, known for its warm, some semi-tropical climate, welcoming culture, super friendly people, and booming economy, steady GDP growth, steady currency, stable currency. It's a member of Mercosur, the Southern Common Market, and it's been praised for its stability, topping South America's GDP charts in 2023. Permanent residency in Paraguay is a lifelong status, renewable every 10 years, that grants you the right to live, work, and invest in Paraguay almost on par with citizens. Unlike temporary residency, which lasts 2 years, permanent residency offers long-term security and a clear path to citizenship. Let's explore why this program is one of the world's most attractive, starting with its biggest draw. Paraguay's tax system is a dream for expats. It operates on a territorial tax system, meaning only income earned within Paraguay is taxed at a flat 10% tax, and only if it exceeds $22,500 annually. Foreign-sourced income like crypto gains, e-commerce profits, or overseas investments is completely tax-free. For example, a digital nomad earning $80K from clients in Europe or Canada pays zero Paraguayan taxes on that income. Unlike in the US or abroad where federal taxes could be 20-30%. There's no wealth tax, inheritance tax, or capital gains tax. And corporate taxes are also 10%, making Paraguay a haven for entrepreneurs. So again, that's 10% corporate tax rate and 10% personal income tax rate. So pretty easy to remember. To become a tax resident, the most advised path is to spend 120 days per year in Paraguay. But permanent residency itself requires only one visit every 3 years to maintain the status. So 1 day every 3 years to maintain your PR, and then it's advisable to do 4 months a year in Paraguay to solidify your tax residency status. Cost of living is another massive benefit. Paraguay is one of South America's most affordable countries. A single person can live comfortably in Asunción, the capital, on $600,000, $800,000 a month. You could pay maybe $200 for a one-bedroom apartment. If you want something super luxury with a pool on the roof and a gym in the building and all that stuff, parking, maybe you're looking at $700 to $1,000 a month, tops. So it's very affordable, okay? You can rent a full house for very cheap as well. Just depends what you're looking. Groceries are extremely cheap. $2 for a kilo of beef, $1 for a dozen eggs. Private health care can be very cheap as well. You can pay out of pocket. You have luxury gym memberships in Asunción as well. You have very good gyms. They have the sauna. They have the new machines. They have everything. So everything is extremely affordable in Paraguay, and the services are really good. They just have very well-run businesses. The grocery stores are some of the best grocery stores in the world. Seriously, they have everything. So it's pretty well-run. And this affordability lets retirees stretch their pensions. It lets entrepreneurs reinvest their profits. So it's awesome. And a quick tip, you can explore other cities like Encarnacion, Ciudad del Este, and San Bernardino for even lower cost of living and a more relaxed vibe. Ease of access is a standout feature as well. Paraguay's permanent residency program is one of the simplest and cheapest globally. To qualify, you just need a clean criminal background check, you need visa-free access to Paraguay, and you need your birth certificate. If you have a birth certificate, a clean criminal record, and you're from one of the countries that has visa-free Paraguay, which is, Europe, Canada, the US, Australia, most countries have visa-free Paraguay, then you're good to go. And by the way, MyLatinLife, we're a full-scale immigration consultancy. We help people get residency and citizenship in Paraguay. Me, myself, I have Paraguay permanent residency. I've had it for many years, and we've helped dozens and dozens of people get residency as well. There's a link in the description where you can book a call with us to get the process started. Moving on, so physical presence requirements are very low in Paraguay. So unlike many countries which demand 183 days annually for residency, Paraguay requires just one visit every 3 years to maintain permanent residency status. That's once you obtain PR. On temporary, we might want to see more presence than that. If you really want to go straight to permanent residency, you also have the option of the SWASE program, which is the investors program. So you have a couple options, which is why we highly recommend people book a call with us and use a facilitator that can help them navigate these things. But either way, even if you start on temporary residency, Paraguay is a very low physical presence country. This could change in the future, which is why you should start as quickly as possible and work your way towards permanent residency and get that locked in as quickly as possible while there are still low physical presence pathways to permanent residency. This flexibility is perfect for digital nomads or retirees who travel often. You can spend time in Spain, work remotely, and keep your Paraguay residency either as a plan A or a plan B. If it's plan A, you can enjoy those tax benefits. If you're into crypto, if you're running a business online, you can globetrot, you can visit Asunción once every 3 years and pay zero taxes on those Bitcoin gains. Always consult an accountant and a lawyer for the specifics, but bottom line, Paraguay is one of the most generous countries in terms of their territorial tax system. Moving on to the social and economic benefits of Paraguay. Permanent residents get a cédula de identidad, a biometric ID card valid for 10 years, granting access to banking, property ownership, and driver's license. You can open accounts with banks like Itaú. You can buy a condo in Asunción. You can get that driver's and motorcycles license. And healthcare is affordable. You'll have access to the public healthcare system as a resident, but most people use the private hospitals as well, for which you can also get private health insurance. Education is accessible as well. Universities like Universidad Nacional might charge only $500 to $1,000 annually for residents. While you can't vote as a resident, you can work, you can start a business. We can help you spin up business entities in Paraguay if you need. And you can enjoy some of those Mercosur perks for a local Mercosur business. You'll be able to visit Brazil and Argentina all the time. There's tons of direct flights from Asunción. So you'll be spending a lot of time all over South America as a Paraguay resident. So get your cédula immediately to unlock these benefits and simplify daily life. The path to citizenship is another draw. After 3 years of permanent residency, you can apply for Paraguayan citizenship, one of the fastest tracks in Latin America. Requirements include basic Spanish or Guarani proficiency, knowledge of Paraguayan history via an exam, and proof of some economic ties like a job or property. The process takes 1 to 2 years, and if you are successful, a Paraguayan passport grants visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to 143 countries, including the EU, the UK, and Russia, and simplifies U.S. employment visas. As a Mercosur member, citizens can settle in Brazil or Uruguay or Argentina with ease, really anywhere in South America. Paraguay's stability and growth add to its appeal. It's a politically neutral, stable economy country, 3% inflation over decades, and 4.5% GDP growth in 2023. As the world's 5th largest beef exporter and a hydropower giant, Paraguay offers opportunities in agriculture and energy. Low labor costs as well, cheap energy makes it ideal for manufacturing or startups. The country's perceived safety with low crime rates, especially outside Asunción, and welcoming culture make it family friendly and business friendly as well. It's very easy to spin up a country and do business both in Paraguay or abroad. You have expat communities in all the big cities, as well as you'll find expats everywhere, even in the countryside. Lots of Germans in Paraguay, lots of Brazilians, Argentines. So, the mix of people in Paraguay should be a dedicated video in and of itself. It's a really interesting mix of people, but Europeans and people from the US and Canada will feel right at home. So some pitfalls to avoid. First, document errors. If you're missing an apostille or using outdated papers, you could get rejected. Second, consider, do you want to start on temporary residency or permanent residency via the SWASE program if you're not a resident yet? Third is, don't skip your tax resident planning. Spend time in Paraguay if you can, if you want to trigger tax residency. Spend time in Paraguay, get a solid address. There are things you can do to build your substantial ties to Paraguay. There's a lot of strategies involved in doing that. A lot of people need KYC for their banking. They want to open crypto exchange accounts and brokerage accounts and savings accounts, and they might need a solid address in Paraguay to do that. So these are all considerations. Finally, my final tip is when you visit Asunción, do not stay in the downtown. We have a dedicated video on the channel that says where to stay in Asunción. I highly recommend you check out that video as well if you're planning your trip. Long story short, try to stay near the big malls, Galeria del Sol, and the other one, the name escapes me, but don't stay downtown. Stay in the upscale area where the malls are, and you're really going to enjoy Paraguay. You're really going to enjoy the restaurants and everything that Paraguay has to offer. So that's the complete guide to the benefits of Paraguay permanent residency. From tax-free foreign income to a low-cost lifestyle, Paraguay is a top pick for global freedom seekers. My top takeaway: maybe leverage the SWASE program for fast permanent residency and minimum physical presence. There's a link in the description to book a call with us. We can get your residency process started, whether you want temp or permanent residency or citizenship. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, drop a comment with your favorite Paraguay perk or residency questions. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you in the next video.